Good morning, friends, and this is morning. I just took a shower and no makeup, nothing. This is going to be season 5, episode 3, surfing the Aftershocks. Just as a little aside, Chad Lowe, God, my contact's annoying me, wrote this episode, Mr. Montgomery. So, I think I haven't mentioned in Pretty Little Liars video, but I have all kinds of notes on my phone that I was supposed to record another kind of theories or thoughts video last week, but I ended up in the hospital on Thursday. So, pretty much the things that I talked about in that happened in this episode, so I guess I was right. But I'm just going to go through those real fast, and then we'll talk about this episode. First thing I put, Mr. Hastings killed Mrs. D, can't protect you anymore. Also, in that episode, Arya was wearing a "You're No Good" t-shirt, I noticed. Also, another thing that maybe you guys want to explore is on Allison's comforter, there's a bunch of calligraphy and words. And I don't know if there's a way we can find out what is on that, but I probably has clues on it. And then also the fact that Mona is encouraging people to get apps on their phones. Yeah, she gave them whistles, but also apps will help her know where people are at all times, so it kind of helps her ploy. And then I don't know, I'm still kind of convinced that Mike is bad, so the fact that he was using her phone for a project, and now all of a sudden he's hanging out with Mona again is suspect to me. And then last, I just put where was Melissa, and I still haven't figured that out after this episode. So this episode, we start with you see Allison is mourning for days for the death of her mother, and the liars are just trying to figure out who killed Mrs. D, and they think it's Jason, but we know it's not Jason. Whenever it's obvious in the show, it's not true. So the day of the funeral, Allison comes out, she's wearing a dress. Her father gets very upset, and we find out that it's the dress that her mom wore to her funeral. So then, while Allison is at the funeral home, she's staring at this painting, which I want to take a look at further, and she runs into the bathroom, and then the funeral director comes out and addresses Hannah for Allison. Now, I've said before that Hannah and Allison look very similar, not just because Hannah lost weight and such, but they have similar features, and I've always wondered if they were the twins. So we go back to flashbacks with hefty Hannah, and that Mona was the one that encouraged her to kind of become Allison, or to look like Allison, wear Allison's clothes. And it makes sense now because, she knew that Allison was still alive, and she knew it would maybe be a way to get even, poke at Allison even more. Everyone's suspicious of Mona in this episode, and she gives Arya a get well card for Ezra, and she tells her that she knows he's back in Rosewood, and Arya visits him, and she just wants to make sure that he won't reveal the fact that she wasn't kidnapped and stuff like that. And then we have a new character, the Sydney girl, who obviously really likes Emily, and Paige gets very defensive and jealous, which that'll be interesting. I don't really care about the Emily Page thing at all, so I'm not really going to talk about that. And then we see, Mr. D, Mr. Hastings sees Allison walking at night, and, they've made us think that he's suspicious now, and then he asks to, drive her home and stuff, and it's creepy, but obviously, if now they're making us think that he did it, then he didn't do it either. And then we come home, and Spencer's talking to Mr. Hastings, saying, Dad, where have you been? And then looks like they were about to reveal something big, and then Melissa comes out and just don't tell her. And I don't know what the heck they're going to explore. I've been trying to figure it out. I haven't been as intuitive in this season. 1, because I think the season has been boring. Sorry if you guys like it. And 2, I think my mind's preoccupied with other things, because I haven't been feeling well and such. So I'm not able to concentrate as much because of the medicine I'm on. So I'm just kind of reading through a summary so I don't miss anything. So they kind of come to the conclusion that the reason that Mrs. D did not send that email is that she wanted to go talk to the person instead, which is how everyone's like, oh, it's Mr. Hastings because of the confrontation at the police station. So then Allison visits Ezra, which is crazy, and she says that she's read the book that Arya gave her, and that she knows that he knows more of this written in the book, and that he should keep that extra information in a safe place if he wants it to help Arya, later on. So when she's leaving, Ezra asks if Arya knew that she was coming, and he asked her to tell her, so she knew. So he's honest. And then that's when she runs into Mr. Hastings. So Spencer confronts him with the email, and Melissa sees it too, and Melissa tells her to drop it, and she says, should we just tell her? And I'm like, what the heck are they going to tell her? And she said, and Mr. Hastings says, you can't lie about something you don't know about. So, and then I forgot that Arya went back to Ezra's and told him that she did kill Shauna, and that he will help her. So, that's interesting too. So pretty much then at the end we see, Hannah's changing her hair color, and then we see Mona and another girl together. We don't know if it's a ghost or, if it's a real person. And so I guess the questions are, who was Mona with? Did Mr. Hastings kill Mrs. D? Where are the rest of the parents? And what's the secret they're talking about? And also, like, how is Ezra going to help Arya? So I don't know your thoughts about those things. Once again, I wasn't really excited about this episode. Next episode is I think the girls go back to school and things start crazy, and then I guess supposedly Arya she starts going deep into depression. So if she starts into that route of depression and such, we might finally see the mental illness that I believe she has, but we will see. So that is my recap. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry I haven't been as intuitive as normal, but maybe you guys can comment and get my brain going a little bit. It'll be a nice distraction. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.